I try to do my best, of course, because I can clearly see that the kind of need that people have out there. It's really moving, incredible, sincere interest in Dhamma. And I love this every time I see it in others. Um, and so I try to do my best, but at the same time, the more I talk like this, the more and answer questions and all that sort of thing, that creates something within your psyche as well. Within my psyche, that is, and you could observe it very clearly. The idea that I might know something that you don't, or that I'm a guide to others, and all that sort of thing. And of course, the more you do it, the more you learn by experience in the course of time that it provokes you, it stimulates you to speak so confidently, as if you're really absolutely certain about your answers and about what you're saying. And it makes you sound more and more like an ideologue, or even like a stand-up comedian who's concerned more of convincing others rather than of giving expression to something that is true. No ideologue or no stand-up comedian is concerned about saying the truth. It's all about dominating you. It's about having you completely come under the spell of their speech, whether for good or for worse. And so it's something that happens naturally, especially if you do it attentively, if you start looking into how does it work, what is it that makes it work out, what kind of things that you have to do it better. If you do it as a job, that you are a talker, that you're someone who talks. I don't know, but I really see it as a problem. There are many risks associated with it. And most importantly, it's really turning you away from being cautious, from being humble, from being unsure, which is a great thing. It's one of the things that really attracted me to Buddhism, is how the little significance it places on certitude. Even the emphasis it places on being cautious of certitude, because this is what moha is. Moha is really, it's not confusion, it's not delusion, as in not being sure. It's delusion in the sense of being sure. You're sure that something is true, which it isn't. That's precisely what moha is. And that's why I prefer writing, because when you're writing down your thoughts or your ideas, there is so much more space to be more cautious and to be less certain about what you're saying. And this works out in writing. But of course it renders the written text too long, and that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and that's why I don't do it anymore, except only when there's something important that I have to engage with in writing. Otherwise, I can't do it anymore, because I don't have time or energy to respond to questions in writing. And so I do it this way. Also, a written response is so much more coherent. That's probably why you want me to answer in writing. In speech like this, you get to skip on many points. But even this, I don't like to do very often anymore. And so I cannot promise you that I will continue to answer questions in writing or in speech. I try to do my best, especially with people who've been following me for a long time now. But at the same time, because throughout the last couple of months or so I haven't been answering questions, I received a lot of questions. and issues that were raised that I was to respond to. It was also Vassa, and it's still ongoing. It's for about to end, and I was having quite a wonderful meditative experience that I didn't want to break. My mind gave way to this beautiful experience of meditation and the pleasure of meditation. So I took that as an opportunity, and I withdrew somewhat from other forms of activities. Writing, talking like this, it's stressful to the mind. Even writing is, to some extent, it's pulling you in a direction other than that which meditation goes by. So I wasn't able to answer many of those questions. Now, even before Vassa ends, I decided to stop. Or, it's not me who decided, just the mind no longer really allows for the same kind of meditation experience that I was having throughout this Vassa. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience throughout the last couple of months or so. And so now I will start taking questions again, or attending to questions that I had as much as I can. But please be patient and bear with me on this, because I'm doing other things too, and there's so much that is happening right now that I'm just trying to handle things one at a time.